Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to today's edition of Intuitive Angling. And man, I really appreciate you guys checking the video out today and spending some time with me. Always very grateful for that. And guys, today we're going to be talking about the difference between the old style, the original chatterbait that was been around forever, and the jackhammer, which has sort of taken its place over the last few years, sort of a original chatterbait versus a jackhammer type of a discussion. Because I've got probably some opinions on this that a lot of people don't share, but I'm sort of going to explain to you why the reason I think I do about both of these baits, and I think it's going to add up to some better fish for you guys once you hear the whole video here. Also, guys, before we get started, just want to invite everybody, if you haven't had a chance, to consider subscribing here to Intuitive Angling. It's a good way to support the channel. It's free and easy. All you got to do is hit that subscribe button. And also, anyone out there interested in becoming a channel member of Intuitive Angling, channel members get extra videos every week that aren't seen by the public and some access to my personal email address. So if you're interested in becoming a channel member, you can do so by going into my YouTube homepage, click on that join button for information. So much appreciated. Okay, guys, chatterbait's probably, I'm going to guess it's one of the top 3 YouTube topics that you see all the time. And, that's because chatterbaits are great baits, man. They catch fish in a wide range of situations. We talk about chatterbaits a lot on this channel, and we're probably going to continue to do so because they are, in my opinion, one of the top 5 greatest bass catchers you can catch fish with, and they're super versatile. But specifically what I want to talk about today is I want to talk about the difference between the original chatterbait and the jackhammer and give you my opinion on which one that I prefer. Now, first of all, let's sort of examine the components a little bit on this. Now, one of the things about the original chatterbait on here, the components are not near as good as a jackhammer. If you look on here, you've got your keeper right off the bat. It's just a molded in lead keeper, and you've got just a large stainless steel hook. You've got a head and a blade that both chips pretty easily on here. And then you've got a skirt that comes with the chatterbait that's just pulled over. It's just a silicone skirt that comes with just a collar there. This has been the standard for forever on the chatterbait. Now the difference, the improvement that was made with the jackhammer, which is a bait that a lot of people have went to since then, is the difference that you see is, first of all, in the similar comparisons, you got a lot better plastic keeper, which is sort of a metal keeper there, and this really locks it on to place better than the original chatterbait. And then you have a superior hook. You got a smaller diameter, super sharp hook. It's just a better hook all the way around. The heads don't chip on it. The head is a little bit more attention to detail, and the blade colors don't chip near as bad. And also, guys, I'll put my chatterbait, all the bladed jigs, my Tackle Warehouse link in the description. If you guys want to order some, using that link's a great way to help the channel out. So that's the difference, is how they look. Now, let's talk about the important things. It's not how they look, it's how they catch fish. Now, unpopular opinion here that I'm going to give you guys. I have fished both of these extensively. I mean, I've spent hundreds and hundreds of hours fishing both the original chatterbait and the jackhammer. I prefer the chatterbait. For whatever reason, and we talked a little bit about this in the past, I catch more fish on the chatterbait, and it doesn't make sense. Intellectually and rationally, when you look at this bait and you think that it's got superior components to it, it actually looks better than the original chatterbait, you think that they bite it better. The only difference that I can tell, and the only thing that makes any difference, is the vibration on the original chatterbait has got to be different than the jackhammer. The action on it is a little bit different. The jackhammer has a little bit more pronounced thumping on it than the chatterbait. And I guess it's that subtle difference on the blade thumping and the vibration, water displacement, all that type of stuff that it puts out into the water. But to me, the original chatterbait, the sound and the vibration and the presence it has in the water is more attractive to the bass than a jackhammer. Now, a lot of you guys out there probably say, "Oh, Randy, you're full of it. You don't know what you're talking about." Whatever. I can just tell you right now, when I throw these two side by side, I catch more fish on a chatterbait. Here's how I figured that out. Is a lot of times, the chatterbaits are half the price as a the old chatterbait's half the price as a jackhammer. Jackhammers are super expensive. You pay up to $15 on them in some places. So the cost on these is less. So in practice, I've got a lot of chatterbait, so I always start out practicing with the chatterbait, and I usually wind up catching or getting a lot of bites in practice. And then, so my rationale was, okay, if they're biting a chatterbait and practice good, I'm going to put a jackhammer on in the tournament, and I'm going to catch twice as many. I went through a series of 4 or 5 tournaments like this, and my bites dropped off big time when I started using the jackhammer in the tournament versus the chatterbait. And that's the only thing I could figure out, is that vibration. And inevitably, almost every tournament, I went back to the old chatterbait during competition. I've caught more 20-pound bags of bass on the chatterbait than I have by far on the jackhammer. I'm not even sure if I've ever caught a 20-pound bag on a jackhammer, and I've caught dozens and dozens of 20-pound bags on the original chatterbait. So that's just my opinion when you talk about the chatterbait versus the jackhammer. You know, I'm not trying to make anybody's life miserable. I'm just telling you what works for me. And, you know, if you don't want to spend 15 bucks on a chatterbait, just get you some of on a jackhammer, just get you some of the original chatterbaits, and I can promise you the bass will bite them. So anyway, guys, Tackle Warehouse link in the description. Also, this Zoom Shimmer Shad right here, this is the trailer you want to use on it. This is new from Zoom. This is the best chatterbait trailer out there. I'll also link that in the description. So hope you guys are well. We'll talk later.